Welcome to St. Michaels Winery, located in the heart of St. Michaels, Maryland, on the eastern shore of the Chesapeake Bay. St. Michaels is family-owned and operated. Since the winery's start in 2005, St. Michaels has crafted small batch wines from grapes that dot the lush and beautiful vineyards in and around the historic Chesapeake Bay region. In fact, St. Michaels wine is created primarily from locally grown Maryland grapes, providing a taste that is truly incomparable. And although the winery may only be a few years old, the Chesapeake Bay wine region's history may be far older than you think.
The Chesapeake wine region is the oldest wine region in the United States. There were grapes planted in the Chesapeake area as early as 1650. We're talking 350 years or more. Famous vineyard was grown by Thomas Jefferson, one of the founding fathers, on the famous Monticello estate that he had in the Chesapeake wine region. The St. Michaels Winery is a little sliver of that history, started a lot more recently in 2005. So just a few years old. One of the compelling reasons for us to start a winery in St. Michaels, Maryland is to take advantage of the fact that there are a significant number of grapes, yet no significant commercial winery on the Eastern Shore. These grapes are grown by farmers on their farms, and they, for various reasons, are not interested in doing a winery, but they are certainly interested in diversifying their crops.
And these grapes come directly from the top vineyards in the Maryland area. The growers care deeply what becomes of their prized product. That's why it's extremely important our growers feel that they have found a home with St. Michaels Winery, and that they understand why that relationship is so important.
Mount Felix had the fortune to be able to work with Mark Eman. We heard of the great quality wines that were being produced at St. Michaels. And because we felt we were producing such quality fruit, we felt it was appropriate to introduce ourselves to a great winemaker in Mark Eman and a great facility like St. Michaels.
It's important to maintain a relationship between the grape grower and the winemaker, because there's clearly, as a lot of people say, the wine is made in the field, and you got to know what you're doing. But at the same time, it makes it a lot easier if you're buying a high-quality fruit.
Not only is a good relationship important, but it's also important for our Maryland growers to be both knowledgeable and enthusiastic about locally grown fruit as well.
Buying local has threefold advantages to your local area. You're supporting your local producer who's growing the grapes. The money that you buy the wine with is staying in your community. And basically, the carbon and the benefits of the environment, the carbon footprint that you're leaving, is substantially less. It's one of those things, just like going to the farmer's market. I mean, all in all, you're getting a much better quality product. I really see it as kind of being, I'd like to see where each area of the country is making the wine that their local area is drinking. Again, like getting back to the buying local, that old European style where, you grow your grapes, you make the wine, and your area is known for, a certain type of wine.
Embracing the local community and culture is a key aspect to St. Michaels Winery. Once a year, grapes are even brought down the Chesapeake Bay from Havre de Grace to St. Michaels on board a skipjack, which is a small sailing vessel originally developed in the late 1800s in the Chesapeake Bay region for dredging oysters.
Hey, we're aboard the Martha Lewis. We harvested these grapes this morning, and we've been loaded them on the Martha Lewis in Havre de Grace, and we sailed down the bay for about 6 hours, and we're approaching the port of St. Michaels with the grapes, and we're going to offload them and bring them over to the winery and crush and destem them and start fermenting them and make a wonderful vintage of 2008 Chambourcin to follow up our Mount Felix Reserve 2007 Chambourcin. Here's some of the grapes. They're gorgeous, and we're looking forward to this year's crush of these wonderful grapes from Mount Felix. Once the grapes arrive at the winery, the real work begins of making wine. We either whole cluster press the grapes, white grapes, in a big stainless steel press, or we crush and destem them into open top bins where we'll tend to them for several weeks while they ferment and push the grape skins down into the fermenting juice to impart all the color of red wine, and oak barrel age them, and it can take up to a couple years to produce a bottle of wine. We have a nice marriage of science, and we have a lab in balancing the chemistry of the wine and versus what the wine tastes like in terms of
shepherding it through the entire process.
Once this process is complete, the wine is ready to move from our home to yours. Whether you're interested in having a private wine tasting party or a large event, our facilities can accommodate any and all. However, we do request that while on your way here, you take note of the gorgeous landscape of the Chesapeake Bay around you. Looking forward to seeing you here. Cheers.